There's a red house over yonder, baby.
Hey friends, Mark Holmes here in front of the red brick house. Well, when you have a historic property, you can't just go ahead and just start ripping everything out. You want to try and make sure it's rebuilt as close to the original as possible. So I started doing some of my research in Manassas, Virginia. Let's check out some of that footage. In Manassas, Virginia at Bull Run Battlefield or Manassas Battlefield, depending on if you're a northerner or a southerner. Here we have a stone house, and I'm doing some research for the red brick house. This house, of course, is made of stone. Mine's made of brick, that is, if it becomes mine. But I'm trying to get some ideas and feel for what a home would have been back in that time period. And it's kind of fitting because this is where the first battle of the Civil War took place, and one of the last battles actually happened around the red brick house. So let's take a look inside and see what it looks like and see if we can get that same feel. So here we go. Very steep steps. Very short doorways. I guess they weren't as tall back in those days. But as you see, the floors, just like what's in the red brick house. Fireplaces, very narrow. Definitely get some ideas here. Take a further look.
You know, when I was here, so it was in the early 80s, there actually, you could see stains on the floor.
Gotta love tongue and grooved, just like at our school building. Different widths, super wide, narrow ones. And of course, you see the different pitch and the angles of the floors. This was built in around 1845. So this is about 25 years younger than the red brick house. Just magnificent. And of course, a fireplace in almost every room. And exposed rafters. Wow, that was a great look at history, and that's definitely given me a good starting point for things to do with the red brick house. And this is how you take care of history. Stone house down there that we took a look at. And here we have the Henry house right here. And back over there, somewhere, is Stonewall Jackson, standing like a stone wall. Wonder how City of Waynesboro would feel about having one of these. Sitting over in the the yard over at the red brick house. Just a thought. Just a thought. For me, this has been great, getting some ideas of the look and the feel of how the house would have been back around 1820, although a lot of these properties are actually younger. But you gotta love the whole feel of the Park Service and what they've done with the monuments, the cannons, you know, embracing the history of this location. And I would love to be able to do the same feel of the school. The question will be is which way do you go? From being a schoolhouse, from the Masonic Temple to one of the last battles in the Civil War. There's so much history behind that house. I just don't know where to begin. We just got a lead about a house that was built around 1825, owned by the city of Manassas. It's called Liberia Plantation, and they're in the process of restoring it. So maybe we can get some more tips on what the front of the red brick house would have looked like back then. Oh, this is getting exciting. Kind of digging through and trying to find out all this information and stuff. I mean, this really excites the hell out of me. Can't wait to take a look at it. Classic federal style building. The pediment on here is very, very ornate. And of course, you see how it's always got the two chimneys on either side of it, and the little detail that's up underneath of the roof cap right there. So this is really, really interesting. Now, of course, Williamsburg bricks, same kind of bricks that we have on our house. Now, I'm learning more and more as I go through this process, and I'm finding out the worst thing that they could have ever done was paint the red brick house, because the bricks need to actually let the moisture come out of it. So we may have to strip off all of that. But really, look at the beauty of that. Now this building is actually being restored by the city of Manassas that owns it. And I wish I could go inside to get more and more detail. But you can see on the windows where they would have had shutters. These are the hinge pins for it that would have originally been on it. Love the detail. And look at the handmade bricks that all went into this. Looking at this piece of history. Wow, wow. What a thing of beauty. The natural brick all stripped off there would be fantastic on the red brick house. And the thing, this was a plantation built in 1829, 9 years after the red brick house. Now I'm gonna have to consult some historians to figure out exactly what kind of entranceway would have been on the red brick house. But wow, isn't it magnificent? I'm Mark Holmes. Thanks for watching.
There's a red house over yonder, baby. That's where